You got mad, I made you mad. I'm not going to apologize. You need to hear this. Is this better? Yay! Evolution. Okay, so you get the point. You gotta cut the self-criticism that I've been energetically mimicking for you. You gotta cut it out. You deserve better than to live your life wasting your life force from one to the other while you sit there watching a season after season go by, and the snow falling and the snow melting and snow disappearing. And what are you doing? You're still doing the same thing. Gathering everything you can, but staying in the money aspect, the ego aspect, the communication aspect that you're, none of which you're growing with. There's still a toxic behavior going on. There's still addictions. There's still lack of, maintenance on yourself or in the home. There's a lack of high vibration. And the potential. Whoa, sorry. Oh, come on. The potential for you to break through all of the storminess with Iris's arrow and bring all sorts of possibilities back into your life is really there, really. And I think the moment you start actually standing up for yourself, to yourself, your life is going to change drastically. Don't let your mind bully your heart. I keep feeling that inside me. Look, fairies of the future, we're always shifting timelines. We're always moving. Every thought we think moves us to the corresponding timeline. Why would you think anything negative? Every one of your thoughts is constantly matching you up. Your thoughts and emotions are matching you up. Why would you think terrible thoughts? The singer of connection. I was just talking about this earlier. That the 33 comes up to the 6, like the 6 of Cups and the singer of connection. You're being connected with someone this week. And I want to say within the next 6 days. And this person is going to change your life drastically. And you can go kicking or screaming, but you're going to go because it's the correct thing to do. You're going to connect. You're going to get back on the timeline that is more beneficial for you. You're going to stop being this self-centered pony that just cares about banging and running the fields by himself, and you're just like, yeah, it's fine, I like being a bachelor. You're gonna like being a bachelor when you're a 50-year-old creepy old man, or like a cougar who's like running around being all like, hey, young cutie patoots, you want some of these, goody gumdrops? No. So if you're utilizing your youth and your beauty to be a social little birdie butterfly pony, go for it. But there is a time and a place for you to mature and wisen. Remember, the cat being afraid to move towards the 2 ducks. A tribe, a family, a connection. The owl underneath that, wisdom, clarity, seeing through the dark, seeing from all different perspectives and points of view. the body, elven touch. This could very well be about a sexual encounter. That would be very healing. It could be about a hug with someone. It could be about a handshake that seals a deal on a business deal that you don't think you're worthy. It could be your part. Look, again, someone is really tired of being single and they really want to get laid or make peace with an ex, or an ex really wants to come talk to somebody. Somebody really wants to connect with somebody else and they're being a little chicken shit. Excuse me, but if you're watching this, you're being a little chicken shit. You've made such a problem, whomever you are. And I'm going to tell you, like, you are my bestest friend, brother, sister, husband, wife, whatever. You have made such a big problem out of something that is nothing more than butterflies in your stomach for the first 2 seconds of looking at someone. As soon as you make eye contact with this person, or shake that, make eye contact with this opportunity. You know what I mean? As soon as you make eye contact, and you reach to make that handshake, you put that pen on that paper, you walk through the door to that party, you catch yourself and you say out loud, I will not talk to myself in such a negative way anymore. You write post-its and put them on the wall. As soon as you make that initiative, as soon as you see the person you're afraid to see, that awkwardness goes away. You've moved through the gate that was appearing earlier. You go with both sides of yourself in peace and harmony, the male and female. Excuse me, I just had a Pepsi for the first time in like 2 years. Oh, not again. No offense, Pepsi. But it's so much sugar. Ugh. Anyway, someone's really tired of being alone and they're really tired of wasting their time. Their future is constantly becoming their present. Their thoughts are constantly disconnected from who they really want to be because they're not being authentic. So sad. It's so sad when people waste their lives being smug. Like, if you're really that happy being alone, what the heck are you doing looking at tarot videos, waiting for somebody to come and sweep you off your feet? Really? What I'm feeling? Wow, this is like entitlement, like self-entitlement. That's what this feels like. It's like self-imposed self-entitlement under the mask of I'm not worthy. Like, it's okay, I know I'm not worthy of this person, I feel like shit, it's negative self-talk, blah blah blah. But if they made the move, if they really went out of their way, and I'm channeling this person's energy right now, by the way, if they went out of their way to show me how much I'm worth it to them, maybe I'll consider something. Bitch, you know you want them. You know you want them. You know you want that job. You know you want that you want to go on that trip. You know what you're doing to yourself. The negative self-talk, however this applies, is completely sabotaging your own life. When you could be sitting down with someone, having a wonderful dessert after probably a wonderful night where both of you elven touched each other. Sorry, card. I'm like totally just, oh, I'm feeling it, yo. I'm feeling it. I don't know who this is, but your energy, you're about to explode into, ooh. I know you're going to comprehend what I'm about to say, because if this is, okay, it is. The floodgates are about to burst. The rockets are about to sing the Star-Spangled Banner and all of that good stuff. But first, you gotta shave your legs, Clean yourself, like take a bath, take a shower, brush your teeth, be good to yourself, be responsible, be respectful, clean your mind, do some meditating, drink some juice instead, and really connect with the part of yourself that knows you are loving, loved, and lovable. Do you hear me? You can't hide behind negative self-esteem that is brought on by the fear, that is fake fear, that only exists there because you think you're being threatened somehow, whether in vanity or in any aspect of your life. And if you would simply just say, yes, thank you, I would love to go on a date. Oh yes, my shoulders do ache, I would love a back rub. Or just go to your husband or wife and be like, hey honey, my shoulders hurt, could you give me a shoulder rub? It's not that difficult. You need a hug? Go ask somebody for a hug. You haven't had the company of an ex or something like a significant other in your life. And I don't like calling them exes. They're not exes. They were people you loved. You loved these people. Whoever this is, you loved each other. You loved each other. You loved each other so much that that nasty self-critic in you only appeared after you broke up. And it has you feeling terrible. You know this card? You know when someone's heart is about to break and you're just standing there looking at them and their eyes get redder and redder and their lip is just... I mean, if it was you know those things you break the street apart with? And then it just shakes and shakes and shakes, and then suddenly their like jaw drops and then they just wail in tears and they break down. You ever have that person stand in front of you? That's what you're holding behind you. Like, that's what you're holding inside. You're trying to kill that side of you. You're trying to drown your emotions. And you think that by negative self-talk, you're going to be able to drown out those emotions. You're going to drink them out. You're going to turn them to stone by ignoring them. All you're doing is killing your own kindness. Go for it. It's your choice. You're killing your inner child. Sorry to be so... Ugh, but that's what you're doing. This is the card of the inner child. Mickle a muckle. Humor, playtime, youthfulness, actual literal children, a family. Having fun, laughing, being together. You really want this connection, but you are coming up with the most terrible excuses to avoid it. And the reason I say that is because death can be really cruel. To lose someone or something or an aspect of life, like losing a connection with a friend or losing intimacy with someone, losing a inspiration of what you were going to do, losing motivation, losing your sex drive, losing a quite literal physical part of your body. Right back to that Elven touch card. Maybe someone had, my neighbor a few days ago, she had a seizure. The left side of her face is a little, wonky, but it's only temporary, thank God. And her own being, which is God. We'll get into that later. I'm sure you already know, though. I'm certain you already know. Oh, jeez. Hold on. That was so strange. I thought I had the teapot on. Anyway. This part of you that you're avoiding, And that you think if you just spend enough time letting time go, that time will heal this wound left by this ex, or the lack of physical intimacy. Where you're like, oh, well, if I just don't get laid, long enough, eventually I won't want to, right? If I'm single long enough, eventually I won't want to be with anybody, right? Oh, jeez. You keep steering yourself in such a terrible direction in your future based on the connections you're avoiding making because you're too busy. Can you see this one? You're too busy being dishonest with yourself when this card is like an excruciating amount of pain internally. And all you want to do is communicate with someone about something that really, really freaking hurts you. And you don't want to communicate. You could think that this person is too immature to communicate with, but they just wouldn't get it. But they will. They're playing the immature game because they're afraid to show you their real self. They're just as afraid to communicate with you as you are to them. You both have made this giant monster in between you two. Of where you think, like, this person is so terrible and this person did so many this and this and that. And the other person's like, oh, I was so hurt. How can I fix this? How can I make this better? I just want to be touched. I want to be loved. And this one's like, I just want to have fun. I just want to do things. And in between you two is this complete falsified image of what's actually under this veil. And you want to connect with each other. You want to get together. You want to do things in the future to make the future happen now and have it be really better for both of you. Moving away from the bachelor life and going into the, family, the duck family life. To going from poverty and healing to opulence. What a nice word. The card that came out is Elfstruck. Enchanted, beguiled, enspelled. You really, really like somebody. Yep, I just scratched my nose. And you're working on a connection, on a way to connect with them. And you really, really want to communicate. He or she wants to communicate with you too. You're both wanting to communicate with each other. Oh, you stonewalled each other. One of you has ghosted the other one. For what it's worth, if you've called people, if you've texted, if you've done anything and they've been ghosting you, they have read every single word and heard every single word you've said. And it's broken their heart to the point where they just can't hold it in anymore. This person really loves you and they see your child self. It's almost as if these two beings, these two people, the energies I'm picking up on, they have been connected since childhood, or they love each other so deeply. It's like there's so much love here. It's like they're each other's twin flames, honestly. Especially with the two cards earlier, the She of the Kruach and the He of the Fiery Sword with the Himself card. This person is your match. He or she is your match. The bottom of the deck for this one is Penelope, Dreamweaver, the muse, the inspiration, the person that could be the love of your life. Really. Someone who makes you feel as light as air and just completely surrounded and with light. Like everything you do is perfect. It's all perfect to this person. It's all, the way it should be. Again, this card flipped over. Alright, Penelope. So this person in your life that you're completely enchanted, beguiled, and enspelled by, and to really loves you. Look at this, the bottom of the deck, ecstasis. I can't, like, this is ridiculous. This is amazing, actually. You, my dear, have found your twin flame, or a really intense soulmate connection that will last you for quite a long-term part of your life. And it's terrifying you because you're going to have to be a better person in order to keep this guy or girl. You're going to have the courage to move forward and make the first move. Because this person is too happy and busy off on their own, being completely absurd. Michael and Muckle is like the most ridiculous, like Dennis the Menace. Like, this person isn't gonna make the first move. If they have, they've told you how much they love you 1,000 times, and they think telling you I love you, that you interpret it as, yeah, I'll be with you for the rest of my life. Of course I will. I told you I love you. I only say that to people that's, that's this energy. Look, he's even like, I like you, This is such a cute energy to be around, guys. Like, you guys are in love. Why are you pretending you're so cold and stern and just, ooh? The only thing between you is your own sense of bullshit you've made up for yourself. You know none of it's true. What you do is you love him or her. And underneath that ecstasis card, which came up again, Talon the Sylph. Is that Talon or Tatin? Yeah. Oh, Tatin. Tatin the Sylph. My apologies, my lady. Tatin the Sylph goes whatever way she wants. Very, very, very quick, rapid, adaptable, mutable. Goes where she wants, does what she wants, where she will gladly take you with her and show you how to get through your problems. All you have to do is go with her. Remember what I was telling you earlier? If you just lock eyes with this person, all of your insecurities, fears, and hesitations will go away. Just by looking at this person that you're avoiding. Just by looking at them. Just by looking at this monster you've made between you and this person you want to be with. Or that you were with. This is very, very 100% about two people who were dating or married, actually. Man, this is getting weird. Like, really weird. I'm so into this energy. I can feel it all over me like globs of honey. It's the most detailed story I've ever read in a tarot reading. These two people really love each other, and they were together for a long time. There's a lot, like 4, 9, 10, 2, unity, cycle in between them, family. Another 9 right there. Another 9 right here. So I'd say you were together for almost 9 years. 9 years, 9 months. No, it's been way more than 9 months. Definitely closer to 9 years. 3, 6, or 9 years. Because you can flip the 9 to a 6, depending on your perspective. And if you divide the 9 into 2 people, it could be potentially 3 years each. And 3 years where you knew each other before you started dating. Wow, I would not let this person go if I was you. If I was you, I would get my head out of my own ass and go apologize to this person. Screw what society thinks. Screw what people tell you to do. If you love someone, do everything you can without harming anyone else to take care of that love. Why would you ever let love get away from you? Not in a possessive way, but if you have true love, what makes you think, what gives you the right to be disrespectful to love? You think love owes it to you to be in your life? For you to play high and mighty and abuse love and abuse the time with other people and just take advantage of emotions and sexual desires within yourself where you're like, oh, I'm horny, I'm just gonna hook up. Like taking everything for granted. The Six of Swords. There was definitely a breakup here. There was definitely a moving away from massive immature behavior. Somebody left on their own with nothing. They took the time to heal. They went within, they matured, they gained the wisdom and knowledge that they needed to, and they transformed through the act of letting go who they were and going towards ecstasis, who they want to be with. Knight of Wands. Somebody likes you, somebody wants you. So what do? You go and talk to them. Stop wasting your life. Go bring that person back home. Go forgive them. Forgive yourself. Just sprinkle forgiveness around like it's glitter. If you don't, the only person that looks like an a-hole is the person that can't forgive. Thanks. Alright. That was some stuff, you guys. I'm not even going to pull any more cards for any other advice. Like, the advice is quite clear. It's time to grow up. You have to do the correct thing, not the right thing. The correct thing. And usually unforgiveness, if it involves unforgiveness, it is not the correct thing to do. Regardless of where you go into the future, that's up to both of you. Until then, be kind to your future self and forgive what you are able to in the present moment. I love you unconditionally. Bye. I hope you like this. This was a lot of fun to make. Bye.